Okay, as you can see, the radiator is out. Nothing there. And here she is. Difficult, to say the least, only because I had a bunch of fan shroud stuff. So there's actually this lower piece of the fan shroud that kind of goes underneath the shroud itself that keeps all the, I guess, air up rather than you kind of losing it. It goes right here. It just clips on. There's a couple clips on each side. Basically prevented the radiator and the shroud to get pulled out in one piece because of the crankshaft fan, which cools the radiator, and the oil cooler that were in the way. On the part where these two hoses down here that were underneath, I'm not too sure where these go to and what these cool. Might be I don't know, transmission or something, but they were kind of a bitch because they had to come off as well. They weren't just the upper and lower hoses. I took the upper hose off, just left it on there. Took the lower hose off. These are going to get replaced. There's no point in just reusing the old ones. I'll just get them brand new, usually like 10 bucks a pop. But got it out. It's empty. Got the drain plug back in. Foam's all kind of gross and shit. But yeah, totally out. Next on the factory service manual is getting the fan off, which is pretty easy. You can see kind of right there. There are, oh, not that one. It's really hard to see, but right there, there's bolts right there that are gonna come off this fan. Get pulled off real easy. And then I'm really just kind of trying to figure out where all the belts go. I'm gonna label all the belts and what they went to. Kind of keep that in mind when I'm looking at the factory service manuals again. But yeah, I'm kind of concerned because since I'm ripping these heads off, I gotta keep track of all these freaking wires. They're going everywhere, intake manifold, and yeah, really doing these videos is honestly for my own reference so that I can kind of see where stuff went, but hopefully it'll help somebody else. I know I've kind of covered everything with my labeling, but that'll help me out later on. But I hope that, you know, I'm getting a good view for anybody who might be trying to figure out what goes where. But yeah, so big step today was getting that radiator out. That was #1 on my list, and I had a heck of a time, even though it should have been a really easy job. So I'm just going to take a look at this real quick. Intake hoses, where they're supposed to go. I actually had this intake hose that was actually part of the bracket for the radiator itself, but this kind of goes right here. So that goes right there, and then it just attaches to the mount for the radiator, holds it down. So I'm not too sure what this piece goes to, or it actually does, because it doesn't really go anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be a plug hose, maybe for the supercharger. If you had a supercharger, maybe it'd branch off and go up top to the intake or something. I don't know. But yeah, who knows what this is for? Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's probably for the, if I did have a supercharger on this engine, supercharger, who knows. Anyway, I think I'm done for the day. That's a big step, getting that out. Next I gotta really kind of dive into getting this fan off, maybe starting pulling the crank pulleys off, getting the belts off. That's gonna be major. Yeah, another day, and then, you know, figuring out the loom. What I'm planning on doing with the wiring probably is getting it as loose as possible. I don't know how I'm going to do this, because I got to get under all these wires to get to the heads. But try to like maybe suspend them somehow to get them out of the way. I don't know, up on the roof, you know, using some cable ties or zip ties or whatever to get them out of the way. You know, figuring out the intake manifold. I'm really following the factory service manual, but they only go through like timing belt, and then they go through head removal. You know, do timing belt step first. Well, great. Before timing belt, remove radiator. Well, the radiator is removed. You know, it's just small things that kind of add up, and then you have to reverse order to make sure that you get it all done in the proper order. You know, and that's the hard part. So I think that's good right now. I'll continue this maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Whenever I can. So, thanks for watching.